Quickly before we get into it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow your boy on Twitch. Yes, sir. Now, see, we're back at it again. This was another video that I saw Abby and Preach react to, so I wanted to give it a shot myself. So it says men are simple. That's 100% correct. As a man myself, I decided, let's just take a look, because she might be cooking. She might be spitting. But we gonna have to figure out. Let's dive in.
Men are simple.
Yes.
Okay. And I say this because I need to reassure myself sometimes that men are simple. Okay. The main difference between a man and a woman is obviously our parts, but it's our hormones. And a man's hormones regenerate every 24 hours, whereas a woman's is 28 days. Okay, we know this though. We know this. But one of the main
Chad, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think I knew that.
Factors that differentiate men and women is what we stress about. What does a man stress about and what does a woman stress about? Let me tell you, okay? One of the main things a man stresses about when he wakes up every morning is work. Okay, that is work.
Yeah, that's facts.
No, women, if you're gonna tell me work is the first thing you stress about in the morning, then you're a man. You're masculine. You're worried about the wrong things, okay?
Well, I mean, I don't know about all that. I don't think I'd say they're worried about the wrong. I mean, because work, especially now where nothing pays the way it should. I mean, I'd probably worry about work a little bit if I was a woman. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what I did, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. Just, let her cook, though. Shut up. Let her cook.
A man stresses about work the first thing he wakes up in the morning.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's when his testosterone levels are at
that or going to the bathroom.
At its rise, its peak, right? Every morning a man wakes up. Every healthy man wakes up. Stresses about work. He got to get it done. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Women,
Fair.
The roof over your head was created by a man. Okay? The roads you're driving on, created by a man. Men are simple. They get the job done. They have to. They wake up every day stressing if they can.
Oh, okay.
Women,
yeah, fair enough, I suppose.
What do we stress about? What do we stress about the most? Okay.
Now, real quick, what are we thinking? Put it in the comments below before she says anything. I better see some comments at 140, right? 140. What do you think she's gonna say? Because actually, I have no idea. And if I had to guess, you know, I'm not a whammon, but if I had to guess, it would be fuck if I know, dude. Like, the female mind is an enigma. So if I had to put something down, you know, there's one question I have to answer. That's the question I have to answer. I have to say something. Do women worry about when they first wake up? Damn, this is actually more difficult than I was thinking because I've never thought about it. So let's just say their phone. I don't know. I'm fucking idiot.
What do we stress about pretty much when we wake up and then when we go to bed? Men. We stress about men. Now,
actually,
I'm not saying
now. Wait, hold on.
It's a bad thing because subconsciously women are looking for their mate. We're looking for our husband, a father figure for our children. You know, we have every right to stress about getting our perfect man for our family, right? That is what we are subconsciously looking for and what we're...
I mean, fair enough, but I feel like maybe not. I don't know. Really? For like the two women that end up watching this on YouTube, is this correct? Because I feel like it's not correct. I don't know what's making me feel that way, but something's telling me that might not be correct. But again, I don't know. I am not a whammon, so I wouldn't know. But why? Well, let's just say for the sake of argument, you do. Why? That seems kind of like shit. I'm not gonna lie to you, but let her cook. Chat, let her cook.
Stressing about. But what it's getting to in this day and age is that we're looking over our shoulders. We're getting jealous. We're over here we're getting insecure over men. We're feeling empowered and above men. Like how can you stress about a man and then feel like you're better than him? That makes no sense to me.
I feel like is like I feel like what she like her life view or her perspective is that of a young woman, and not like reality for most women. You know what I mean? Because I just don't. Again, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like that isn't correct. I don't know. But an interesting perspective nonetheless. But I feel like the older you get, the less and less you care about stuff like that. You know? I don't know. But we'll figure it out.
But like I said, we stress about two different things on a regular basis. And a man's hormones fluctuate 24 hours compared to a woman's 28 days. It's different. It's so different. We are not equal. We are not the same, okay? This is where I say men and women are not the same.
I can understand the not the same part, but what do you mean by not equal? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by not equal? Because personally, I know this might be a hot take, but I feel like men and women are pretty equal. I feel is that a hot take? Is that no? Yes, maybe. But I feel like men and women are equal. I feel like it should be that way. You know what I'm saying? So but I don't know. I feel like I'm jumping the gun. Let her cook. Let her cook.
Now, as a whole, we are not all the same. Obviously, we have different personalities. But man, woman, different.
Right.
We stress about different things.
Correct.
The second thing a man stresses about every day is sex. Not women, sex in general.
I feel like if you were to replace the word stress with think about, you would be 100% correct. I mean, I feel like I might be overanalyzing this, being a bit of a dick, but also at the same time, I am a man, so I just feel like I should weigh in just a bit. I then again, I don't know. This might be like a young person type of thing. I'm 28, so depending on who you talk to, I'm either young or I'm old. So I don't know yet. But we're not talking about that right now. What we are talking about is stressing about sex. I don't know. For me, maybe not. I think about it a lot. Think about it way too much because hormones are a bitch. But stress about it, I feel like that's little too much. But I don't know. Let her cook.
Why? Because men need their testosterone to be catered to. Just like how a woman needs to be loved and nurtured, right? We need to be like assured. We need to be loved and, reassure us of our love and our beauty. That's all we need as a woman. Just tell us we're beautiful and we're fine.
Well, not necessarily a counterpoint, but there are other ways to make a man essentially feel like a man without having to have sex. So, again, I might be overanalyzing, but I'm just taking what she's saying, at face value and responding to that. I don't want to put words in her mouth, obviously, but also at the same time, I just, just throwing that out there.
You know what I'm saying? A man, he just needs some. He just needs some, especially in the morning. The morning is the best time to give it to him because that's when he's ready. He's ready for the day. He's ready to take on any stress he can in his work life and the relationship. If you're over there like waking up in the morning questioning him already, like that's how it is. A man needs sex to validate himself. Like a man needs sex straight up like that. It's simple. It's simple. It's not that he's out there looking for a better.
Some men need that. Is it important? Yes, but I wouldn't necessarily. I don't know if I'd go as far as to be like, yeah, that is it and only it. But again, don't want to put words in her mouth. It's just spitballing here.
Chick than you. It's not like he's lusting over everything. It's just his testosterone tells him he needs sex in order to get the job done. Literally, that is that. And if you think it's any more than that, you're making it more complicated than it is because he's a man. Okay? We're more complicated than that. We have hidden agendas that we don't even understand, okay? Emotional intelligence is what we have, okay? And you just need to use that and actually get smart about how men are. The second thing a woman stresses about is kids, okay? We stress about our kids. We stress about emotional needs. We might have an inner child in ourselves where that's where we take care of. That's what we stress about.
I feel like this is young Christian women that feel like this. Right? Is that the vibe we're all getting from this? I mean, obviously, I'm not saying she is wrong with everything, but also at the same time, I mean, there are a lot of women that don't want kids. So it's like, I feel like using that or saying it like that is just a bit of an overgeneralization. Just a little bit. But I mean, I don't know. I could be completely wrong. Again, I'm not a woman.
Right? We stress about having kids. We stress about our periods. We
That's
stress
fair.
about that. That's what we stress about. Second to men. That's different than sex. Sex and kids correlate, but they're different, right? It's like the sex comes from the man, and then the women brings the children, and in return she has to take care of them, you know? Like we both do. Men and women take care of children.
Look, I'm about to
But
say.
women have this different connection with children because we literally birth them. That's why we stress about them, because we birthed them. Our umbilical cord was connected to them.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's
fair
why we
enough.
stress more than men about children. But guess
Well,
what? That goes to my third
okay.
stress for men. So the first stress for men was work. The second stress was sex. And the third one is kids. Because of course a man's going to stress about his kids. He's got kids. Those are his kids. That is his seed. That is who he is. And especially if he has
fair
a
enough.
boy.
Yeah, it's
Now, I'm not
raps.
taking it
It's
away
raps.
from daughters. You know, a man can love his daughter just as much as his son. But think about that. That is a second him. That is a double him. Just like if I had a daughter, it would be a double me. So
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
after a man stresses about his work, he got his sex in, you know, he got his stuff figured out. That's when he starts figuring out, oh, what does my child need? He needs to go to a different school. He needs this for his future. What does my child need? She needs this. She needs to go to ballet. That's when a man thinks about his children, after he's already gotten everything out of the way, that he can, you know, put the roof over his children's head, and he can, you know, have his testosterone figured out, because that's what a man needs. A man needs his testosterone leveled in every single day. Every single day, his testosterone levels out. Whereas a woman, it's like once a month, okay?
I mean, okay, I understand. I feel like the priorities are different for people. I mean, those are on the list of priorities, I would say. But again, for me, if I had to make a list of what I stress about the most, especially like when I first wake up, it would be work, then friends, then family, then probably sex. And well, then let's also say I have like a spouse and whatnot, right, and the kids. So then it would be my wife and kids, work, friends, well, family, friends, then sex. You know what I'm saying? Sex is not really on the top of the list necessarily. Wouldn't crack the top 3, I'd say. But then again, I feel like it's because I'm an older man. Well, a semi-older man. Depending on who you talk to. So there's that. You know, facts. Somebody, she's spitting. I just feel like the priorities might be a little different. But other than that, facts.
We fluctuate in 28 days, and it's so different. Like women, we need to understand this. And if you think you understand it, you need to repeat it and repeat it again. Because you'll find yourself in a situation where you're mad at your man for no reason. Okay? You need to understand your man and yourself. That's what it takes to be in a relationship. Straight up.
Oh, that's fair.
And if you think you just need to understand yourself first, that's selfish. Okay? The third thing a woman stresses about is her weight. Her weight. What she looks like. Okay? Because women, we take our beauty into the uppermost echelon of value. We value our beauty, right? Because we age, and when we're young, that's when we're the most beautiful, the most vulnerable. That's where we feel the most valued, when we're young, right?
I'm not gonna lie, saying we're the most vulnerable at that age sounds kind of crazy.
So while we're stressing about men and children, we're also stressing about our weight and how we look, and we just want to be presented in a way that our man wants us, right? But the thing is,
sure.
In order to keep your man, you need to look good. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hold on. I'm not. Yes and no. You know what I mean? Because especially, I know this for a fact, that when I get my future wife pregnant multiple times, because it's definitely not happening once, because your boy is not like a couch and your boy is not pulling out. Let me go say that right now. I know for a fact your body's going to change, and then I know for a fact that as we age, our bodies will change. You know what I mean? So it doesn't like you need to look good, but take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Type of deal. Because I feel like it's not that black and white. But again, I don't want to put words in her mouth. Let her cook.
You can't give up on yourself and expect your man to stay with you, you know? Like, even if you have kids, even if you did tie the knot, even if, you know, you've been together for 10 plus years, you still need to look good, not just for yourself, but for your man, because a man needs sex, okay? Not.
Well, I mean, this goes. I'm gonna say this goes both ways. By the way, so this isn't just like a woman thing. This is like a both of you guys thing. At least I would say.
You, a man will never need you. A man will never need a woman. Just like a woman will never need a man.
I mean, all right.
But the thing is, how contradicting it sounds, a man built the roof over my head, so technically, a woman does need a man a little more than a man needs a woman. Just because of the facts,
I mean,
you know, we both need each other. You know, we
thank you.
do.
There you go.
But
there you go. That's what I wanted to hear.
Women, we need to stop being insecure over what our man thinks and how he's judging, and we just need to stop overthinking that, please.
Dude, oh God, I swear to you. I swear to you. I will sit there and you will ask me what I'm thinking about, and I'm going to tell you nothing, and you're not going to believe me, and I'm going to be like, no, I'm legitimately thinking about absolutely nothing right now, because that's just what men do. We have this ability. Apparently, women don't have this ability. From what I've heard from women have said this to me, that they do not have the ability to just stop thinking. They don't have that ability, bro. I don't know what that's like. Couldn't be me. Holy shit, that sounds awful. You just can't turn off your brain, bro. Crazy. Crazy. But again, feel like that's a thing that we all just need to understand. This also goes for men too. Oh God. Jesus. That also goes for men too. Gotta stop thinking as much, bro. It's not nearly as bad as you think. Just, take a second, calm down, relax, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, all that good stuff. And just crack on, all right? I think we're thinking too much. We're going too far. Social media is corrupting people, which is ironic because I am on social media, but yeah, what are you going to do?
Because men are just so simple. All you need to do is just communicate. All you need to do is work on yourself.
Well, hey, to pause. When people say communicate, I feel like they're not 100% understanding communicate effectively, because you can just say shit and you could be like, yeah, I was communicating, but like the way you said shit would make it effective. You know what I'm saying? Because like if say I'm sitting in this seat right here, right? Well, I don't see a TV, but let's say there's a TV over here. I'm watching TV. I'm doing my thing, right? And she walks out of the kitchen and says trash and then leaves for whatever the fucking reason, whatever reason. I'm going to sit here and think, I don't know why she said that, but whatever. And then let's say she comes back 30 minutes and she's like, why isn't the trash gone? I'm like, what do you mean by that? She was like, well, I said it and like communicated to you. It's like, no, what you said is you just said trash. You weren't even looking at me. You were walking and you said trash. You communicated, yes, but you didn't communicate effectively. You know what I mean? So that's how I see it. But that's just me.
The things you gotta do, and that's all a man really cares about. He doesn't care if you're richer than him. He doesn't care if you're successful. He doesn't care what you got going on. If you're failing in something, or if you don't know what, being indecisive as a woman is okay. But if you're gonna sit there and play victim to everything in your life, like, a man doesn't want to stress about that. He already stresses about work. Work is the first thing he stresses about. And if he's not stressing about work, then he's probably playing around, and he's freaking around because he's stressing about sex. Okay? So to know you have a good man in your life is to know that he is stressing about these 3 things in the correct order.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's the correct order.
That is the correct order that a man stresses about. Okay?
I don't know. Yeah, again, I don't know if that's the correct order. It is an order. I just don't know if it's the correct order. But I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. At least the things on that list would make the list. So.
And I don't know. I'm not saying I'm professional here. I'm just saying I have experience, and I need to reassure myself as a woman because I don't want to play victim. I don't want to act like I'm better than men, and I don't want to act like I'm better than any other woman because I'm
Fair.
humbly myself. I am myself, and
Fair.
I learned a lot of different things in this life about hormones and how we react to certain situations. And men and women are so different. We're so different, especially when we wake up in the morning. Men are so different than women. Like, I swear. There's a lot of women out there that are really trying to play this man role, and it's like it's not my life, so I don't gotta really worried about it. But I think there's girls out there that are really confused, and they're blaming men for things, and they're calling men dogs, and men are dogs. But you know what? A man will literally tell you that he is a dog because simple as that, he can actually be honest with himself. Women, we need to be honest with ourselves and be honest with what's going on. Be aware, be self-aware of what a man is actually bringing to you and what you see in him. Obviously, if there's a bad guy out there, you can just see it. Like, you can't hide away from bad people. Bad people are bad, okay? Huh. But I'm talking hormone-wise. Men do not stress about the stuff we stress about. They don't. They don't care.
You almost said a swear.
Care. We're complicated for a reason because men simply don't care about that stuff. So who else is going to care about it? We do. And that's just recognizing the strengths and weaknesses in men and women. And that's just how we yin and yang together. And if we're just going to combat all of
I feel like this is just like another like longer roundabout way of saying that men and women have different priorities, but just because our priorities are different doesn't mean that we're bad. Is what I'm getting. It was like the overall arching theme to this. That's at least what I got. What do you think? Put it in the comments below. Subscribe. Follow me on Twitch.
the time, we're all gonna be single and old, and we're just gonna be miserable. No kids, or even if we have kids, the kids are gonna be traumatized. Like, we're trying to break this cycle of traumatic divorced families. Like, it's almost normal. It is normal. If anything, it's like, oh, your parents are together? That's weird.
Dude, oh God.
Weird. Your parents are still together? Like, think about that. Love is supposed to be pure. Love is true. Love is understanding the other person and their hormones and why they act the way they do. And, you know, I feel like I'm talking to mainly the women. I'm targeting the women because we just need to reassure ourselves, okay?
Interestingly enough, I want to know what or how women talk to women and get women's attention. You know what I mean? Because whenever I see a video like this, I'll go down to the comments and it's just like a bunch of men being like, "Yeah, I agree with you." You know what I mean? Which is fair, but like very seldomly do I ever see women being like, or like it's like every 10 comments is a dude, and every like 11th comment is a woman that's just like, "Yeah," or she's like being completely nasty to her and calling her a pick me or whatever. But I have to think about that.
We need to reassure ourselves and how we feel around men. You know, why do we feel this way around this guy? Why do we feel so, you know, insecure? Why do we feel so like looking over my shoulders? Because you like him. Like, just freaking show it. Just show you like him. Show that you care. You know?
Or tell us. Oh my God, that'd be so great if you just told us. Don't do that weird shit where you're just staring at us, bro. Like, look, I get it. That's how you do your signals and shit like that. I understand. But also at the same time, men are simple. Pretty stupid. Alright? If you're going to look at me, I'm just going to assume that you're looking at me. Like, I get it. You're window shopping. If you like what you saw, you'd actually end up buying it. But you're just looking. Jesus.
I'm saying, don't question him and then make it this whole big ordeal when it's so simple. It's so simple, because guess what? He probably likes you too, but he doesn't know how to go about it because he's not intuitive like a woman. Okay? But
yeah, I guess it's
that's as simple as I can put it into terms of differences in men and women. Like, that's the best I can do it, because I'm not trying to get too controversial here. I'm not a man. Okay, I can't speak for men, but I can speak in the perspective of a woman who's in a relationship with a man. A manly, a masculine man who wakes up every day healthy, right? Women, you need to understand what you need to do every morning.
I still feel like that's kind of crazy. I feel like that's kind of crazy. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying don't do it, but like at the same time, I just find it interesting. I've never heard that perspective once. It's like, yeah, you heard her, women. The 3 women that are gonna end up watching, and the 1 woman that actually gets it this far. Yeah, you heard her. You heard her. Suck his dick before he goes to work. Yeah, suck his dick before you put on your makeup or whatever the fuck. Whatever the fuck they said.
Because guess what? Every day, every single day, men cater to us whether we are in a relationship or not. Like, come on. It's just that simple. Like, men will still hold the door open for you. Men will still stop on the side of the road and ask if you're okay. Men will still help you. Men are out there to really, like, men are amazing. And they're simple. They're not complicated. We make it more complicated than it has to be. Like, just as straightforward as it, like, it sounds like I'm going on a rampage, but I'm a woman. This is as simple as terms I can put it in, because women need to understand this. And I believe that is my calling today. I wanted to create this video because I created a video about women and how women are complicated. And just as women are complicated, we're worth it though. You know, women are worth it. Men are worth it too. Quite honestly, I'm living in an apartment that a man built. So men are simple, and we just need to keep reminding ourselves that as women. So yeah.
I mean, fair enough. Like, I feel like there's the couple things could be slightly different, but I mean, as a whole, yeah. I've said what I've said. Again, what do y'all think? Very, very interesting to see stuff like this. Very, very interesting. But we'll go from there.